Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the SS Football channel. And we've got more news about Jadon Sancho, and that is that Manchester United have officially confirmed Jadon Sancho. Now, if we go over to this screen, let me go back there. Here we go. So, official tweet from Manchester United. Heads up, we have agreed a deal in principle for the transfer of Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. It's official. Now, if we go, obviously this is our little animation for Jadon. We'll give it a little watch. Not really worth taking that look. How long will we have to wait to see him in the shirt? Well, we'll read it, won't we? We'll read it here. We closed that one. Will any of these... Right. So, this is the information we have. Can we make this all fit into the box nice and lovely? No. Make that a bit smaller. There we go. So, Manchester United is delighted to announce that it has reached an agreement in principle with Borussia Dortmund for the transfer of Jadon Sancho. The signing is subject to contractual terms and a medical, which will be completed after Jadon Sancho's involvement in the Euros. Let me get rid of the stopwatch. So, basically, what that means is it's done. The deal is done. It's just now passing the medical and, of course, dotting the T's, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. The deal's done, pretty much. The hard bit, the bit which we struggled to get past last summer, was getting a deal with Dortmund. As that reads, that is done. We have a deal with Dortmund. Now it's, like I said, it's crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and waiting until after England win the Euros so we can sign him. Fantastic, isn't it? It's great that we finally have our man after, what, a year of waiting and wanting. We have him. And he's ours. He's ours forever. Jadon Sancho, welcome to Manchester United, my guy. We've got, I don't know if Jadon Sancho's tweeted anything. Jadon hasn't. Marcus Rashford has, though. Marcus, the dirty dog, tweeting family at Sancho, welcome brother, with an image of Sancho in a Manchester United, I guess it's training stuff. Sorry, my throat is absolutely gone. Fabrizio Romano, here we go, X. It's done. It's done. It's the news we've been waiting for over a year, isn't it? We expected this to be done last summer. It should have been done last summer. It wasn't done last summer, but it's being done now. And what's great as well is that we're not just after Jadon Sancho. There's rumours about a Varane deal. Ooh. And look, I think this was always expected. After the amount of Glazers out movement, the size of that movement was always going to make the Glazers pull their finger out their ass for at least this summer. They was always going to pull their finger out for at least this summer and get deals done, because they needed to. They couldn't afford not to, because they knew if they didn't, this movement of Glazers out was only going to get worse for them. But we have to make sure it's not just Sancho. Get Varane done. Did he actually edit that? Is there any more news about it? No, I don't think so. So yeah, there was always going to be more signings this summer than normal, to try and make people forget about the Glazers out movement. And it's important that we don't forget it. And while we have to be, and we rightly should be happy that we are getting these deals done, let's not forget. Ah, fair enough. Well, I don't know if it would have been Rashford who edited it, or he probably found it online. I doubt he did it himself. But it's important to be happy with Sancho and getting that deal done. But at the same time, we have to remember why we were protesting. We don't want Glazers out because they didn't sign Sancho last summer. Sure that was part of the reason. The reason we want him out is the lack of signings and the lack of getting the manager the first choice. The lack of renovation to Old Trafford, the training ground. The sheer lack of empathy and love for the football club they have. These things all still remain true. Yes, we might get we've got Sancho. Yes, we are looking like we're going to get Varane, or at least we're putting the foundations in place to get a Varane. But that's not all. We still want to see the renovations to Old Trafford. We still want to see and hear from the Glazers more often, and see how they are trying to change from what they were to what they've always claimed they are. And that's the difference. Sancho in last season, we didn't really spend big last summer, so Varane. Yes. I mean, a summer where we get Sancho, we get Rice or Ndidi. I would like Ndidi. Happy with Rice as well. And Varane. Plus maybe a Tavernier or Trippier as a backup right back if that's what Ollie really wants. Although I don't see the need for a backup right back. I think Dalot, we've got Williams and Wan-Bissaka. Unless we're going to sell two of them while we're getting another right back. Check H Grams. A lot of people saying he is very reliable. I'll give it a little check. Yeah, you have to. I haven't really changed the script from the last time. I do. I just used the same stream setup from last time to make it quick, so I could be out pretty much straight away. What should we change it to? Sancho is here. Right, so what news do we have? So Sancho arrived. I don't think has he? Has he removed his tweet? He can't have done it again. He might have. Go on. He surely hasn't removed it again. Or has he been hacked again? No, look, it's still here. Oh, it's a different picture now. He's changed the picture. Well, I mean, this is a new tweet with Jadon Sancho and thingy. I mean, I don't know why. Why has he changed it? H.Grimes Twitter. Is that his app? What is that? I mean, Mark Ogden's saying United are confident in getting it. Miguel Delaney, he's about as useful as a handbrake on a canoe. What was the first one? It was him. It was a photoshopped image of Sancho and thingy in United tracksuits. H dot. What is it, Adam? This is not it. We'll go Adam. Is it Adam? Definitely not Adam. It's big news, isn't it? This guy. Oh, he's got a lot of followers. He might be. I don't. I've never heard of the guy. So what has he said? Will this take me to it? There we go. All right. So what has he said? So Man United, the deal's done as reported by Man United soon. All terms agreed with Varane. How are we all? Yeah, I just saw it. Yes, come on. I mean, look, like I said, it's a huge moment. Look, regardless of whether this is true, and I'm skeptical, only because I find with accounts like this, they might have inside sources, but because they don't share their face, they don't. Well, this account could be anyone. It could be me. Could be. Well, it could be you, Fazil, Sil, Villa Football, United Family. It could be anyone. And because they don't put a name to it, face to it, all it requires is a guess. Like, I mean, I can't. If I go back, well, if it goes back, he was speaking about how he was the first to report on Van der Beek, and yeah, that's what I mean. Like, all of this, who announced Van der Beek? It's like, what? It's easy to call it after the original news has come out. United don't put bids in or whatever unless we're actually going to go get a player. So you can say, oh, Van der Beek's going to sign. I mean, look, all summer long I've been saying Sancho is going to join Man United. It's a matter of when, not if. So I could have created one of these accounts but I have no inside knowledge or whatever and say Varane done or Sancho's done. Confirmation in the coming weeks, and then when it does come out and he does sign, they go back to the original tweet from about 2 weeks ago and go, "Oh, I was the first to report it." When realistically, they've guessed based on the fact that we're heavily interested in Sancho, like we were last summer. So it's not like they have information. They've guessed, and due to the fact we are clearly interested in them, and it does happen, he's able to say, "Oh yeah, we're done." So I'm skeptical about this account, and look, if Fabrizio Romano tweets it, then I'm firmly in the believers category. But while someone who's not got their face to an account and is just tweeting stuff like this, like who announced Sancho a week before everyone else. I mean, Fabrizio Romano saying it wasn't done a week ago. This time last week, he was saying it wasn't done. So it makes me skeptical. He just sounds like someone who they'll guess, and when it does come right, boom, they'll take the credit for it. But if it doesn't come through, they'll probably be quick to delete that tweet come January. Or, well, come after the window when it doesn't happen. And people forget. Like, I'm sure he might, for all we know, he could have tweeted last year about Sancho joining. It's just one of them. How are we feeling, Matt? I'm good. How are we all? It's great to have Jadon Sancho pretty much confirmed. Well, he is confirmed, isn't he? And has Jadon Sancho tweeted anything? As for Fabrizio Romano tweeted anything else? Obviously, we know Rashford and his tweet. Oh, we have another tweet. So, I don't know when this was. Hope you... So, there's this. Apple... Hope you have your bread buttered, buddy. Jadon Sancho. Brings to Old Trafford and I'll send you 100 sandwiches each. Wow. Has he tweeted? Has Jadon tweeted? I don't think he has. To be honest. No, Jadon Sancho hasn't tweeted. He might have replied to something, but he hasn't tweeted. I'm glad you're bloody fine. I tell you what, my throat is gone. Sorry if I sound a bit off. My voice is absolutely dead. 900 million and 100 sandwiches does not sum up. I mean, that sounds great to me. Right. Why does it keep opening images? Right, let me just do it on my phone. I mean, obviously, we knew earlier on today, Dortmund confirmed it, that they've reached an agreement, but we're only hearing it now from United. No, Sancho hasn't tweeted anything. When did you make the thumbnail? Literally, I saw it, quickly just went on. Because if you look at it, it is just a thumbnail from yesterday, but just with official and changed the text. So obviously from Fabrizio Romano, just kind of what we've already known. I don't think Phil Jones did tweet. Fabrizio Romano tweeted, official, Jadon Sancho joins Manchester United. Manchester United is delighted to announce it has reached an agreement in principle for the transfer of Jadon Sancho. The signing is subject to contractual terms and a medical, which will be completed after Jadon's involvement in the Euros. Is there anything else? So, I mean, there we go. So that's what the Dortmund side of the deal had to say. Official Borussia Dortmund confirmed Jadon Sancho moved to Manchester United. Deal is subject to it for 85 million euros guaranteed, agent fees not included, and subject to the successful of a necessary medical tests. I don't think Fabrizio Romano has tweeted anything regarding what's his name? Varane. Probably what shirt he will almost certainly get number 7. What am I reading? The guy's fast. This guy is fast or plans well in advance. Yeah. Phil Jones tweeted probably. I feel like I read something about the third kit somewhere. Yes, there it is. I don't know. We don't know. I mean, the news I heard that it was that we were getting the third kit today. I mean, that was just out there from rumours I heard. What we have got today is what's it called? We've got the training kits. So that might be it. That might be all. That I don't think we'll get the third kit today if we got the training kit. If I'm being completely honest. But do we care? We've got the main bit of news is done. Someone said, yeah, he'll almost certainly for me get number 7. He's always been the heir to the Manchester United number 7 shirt. That number was always his. It was meant to be his last summer. Cavani took it. It will be his this summer. I think what should happen, I think Dan James should change number. Look, 21's all right for Dan James. I think Dan James would probably want a better number anyway. So I would say Dan James changes number and Cavani gets the number 21 shirt. That's just what I would do. I think Dan James used to wear 20. Was Romero 20 when he was here? What number was Romero? No, Dallow's 20, isn't he? Dallow's 20. Romero's 22, weren't he? I think. Oh yeah, I would say Dan James would probably change number and Cavani will get 21 and we would see, what's his name? Cavani get and Sancho gets 7, sorry. Would be great if Bruno gets the number 8. That won't happen because Juan Mata's going to stay. Yeah, Dallow's 20. Jadon Savin has, yeah. See, I mean, look. I mean, my prediction yesterday was pretty right, wasn't it? I mean, we didn't have the one more thing or whatever, but they had the training wear released, which I actually do quite like. I think it does look. They are very nice training stuff. So they had that first, and then in the tweet about Sancho, it's heads up or want more news or whatever. Boom. Give him 99. I mean, look, if Sancho can't get number 7, I would give him 77, to be honest. Thoughts on the Rashford surgery? He might not. Absolutely fine. You know what? I mean, look. Here on this channel, you know I'm not a Rashford hater. Yeah. Villa Football. We're on the same wavelength. Give him 77. Like Mkhitaryan and Saka had for Arsenal. So I'm not the biggest Rashford lover. I mean, I think he's a good player. I think he's massively overrated. So I would let Rashford have surgery. We don't need Rashford to start the season, especially if we do get Sancho. We've got Martial can play out on the left. So can Sancho. Dan James. Greenwood can play there. We don't need Rashford to start the season. Let him have surgery. Let him get fully fit, because playing games not fully fit is just going to hinder your career long term. It's going to take years away from your career. That's not what we want with Rashford. Let him have surgery. Let him get fully fit. Don't rush him back. If he has to miss the opening 10 games of the season, let him. We've got players. And if we rely that much on Marcus Rashford, then Seal would have to get his dream, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be going, because we should not be relying on Marcus Rashford that much that without him we completely fall apart. We're Manchester United, for God's sake. If he won't be starting, Sancho left, Greenwood right, Cavani up top, or I would start if Rashford's not fit. I would start Sancho left, Greenwood right, Martial up top. And if Rashford is starting, I would start Rashford left, Sancho right, Martial up top. Look, it's controversial. I would still start Martial over Cavani. Cavani's getting on. I think, look, Martial was our top goal scorer, was our Players' Player of the Year last season. One bad year doesn't mean you're a bad player, does it? So yeah. Cavani's striker better than Martial even on form. Cavani is better than Martial even on form. I would start Martial. I think Martial, what he brings, his hold up plays better. For me, look, I mean, it's all down to personal opinion, isn't it? I mean, you guys would start Cavani, I would start Martial. I think you look at with the form Martial is in, Cavani has to start first. I mean, look, it's a new season, isn't it? I mean, we'll have to see how Martial gets on in pre-season. But I mean, you look at the start of this season, we instantly went back to McTominay, didn't we? McTominay and Pogba, first game of the season, despite McTominay being in awful form at the end of last season. So, for me, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I mean, he does what he wants, doesn't he? I think it would be unfair not to give Martial another go. If you don't want to start Cavani, please sell him to Villa. You have Ollie Watkins, he's decent, isn't he? But look, I mean, that's a discussion for another day. I like Martial. I would start Martial. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. You're not forced to. Right, so just to go over. Well, actually, before we go, don't you? No, well, I think he can play on the left. I think he's a very good striker. I mean, we've seen him last season be absolutely amazing. Yeah, we can play 4-4-2 with Watkins and Cavani. I'm not sure you could, but I mean, look, I wouldn't be too adverse to selling Cavani. I mean, look, look. One last thing in the Cavani situation, then we'll leave it. What I would say about the Cavani, let's remember before, what game would it have been? Maybe Aston Villa, when we started playing Pogba on the left. There was all these rumours about Cavani going back to Argentina. Well, going to Argentina to play for Boca Juniors. I think it was Boca Juniors. Might have been River Plate or something like that. I think it was Boca. And pretty much it was a unanimous decision. Oh, Cavani can leave. We don't care. Cavani. And then there was all this, Mr. Movement merchant. And then it was only when we started putting Pogba on the left wing, all of a sudden it was, Cavani's this amazing playmaker, amazing striker. He has to play every week. Why was it, before we started playing Pogba on the left, Cavani was, he can leave, he's a movement merchant, Mr. Movement, and we was happy for him to leave. And when we started playing Pogba on the left, why was it all of a sudden, he's the best striker in the world, he has to play every week? Why was it that when Pogba started playing on the left, Greenwood, who all season long we had given no criticism to because he is young, and despite the fact he weren't scoring goals, Pogba gets put on the left. All of a sudden, he's back to the Mason Greenwood we saw at the end of last season after lockdown. The reason is, all season long, when we've created a chance, it's always been pretty much exclusively for Rashford or Bruno. Not for Martial, not for Cavani, not for when Ighalo was here, not when Greenwood played up top, or not for whoever played on the right. Pretty much all season. Pogba started playing left wing when we had McTominay and Fred in DM, Pogba on the left, Bruno at 10. We had Rashford or Greenwood on the right. We had Cavani up top. All of a sudden, goals from Cavani, goals from Greenwood. That's not a coincidence. So, I think it's unfair to automatically say, Martial, he's not a striker, he's not this, he's not that. After one bad season where, up until we started playing Pogba on the left, which Martial never really got, he had a poor season. Everyone had a poor season. And I think we've seen in games, Leeds, he was absolutely exceptional, Martial. Man City as well. I mean, did he score? He scored against Villa, didn't he? The header. So I would start Martial up top. Hello, Rashi. So once again, just to go over everything before we end this stream. If I quickly load up. What am I looking for? That's it. So just to confirm, Manchester United have officially confirmed Jadon Sancho on a permanent deal. They wrote on their website. Manchester United is delighted to announce it has reached an agreement for Jadon Sancho in principle for the transfer of Jadon Sancho. The signing is subject to contractual terms and a medical, which will be completed after Jadon's involvement in Euro 2020. I mean, Rashid, I said that earlier. Just because we're getting Sancho doesn't mean we stop with the Glazers out. There's still much more, and the idea has to continue. And exactly, I said that earlier. You have to be happy Sancho's signing. You have to be happy if we get Varane. But let's not take our eye off the Glazer out movement. They still have to do a lot more before we start saying, oh, they're all right. A lot more. So let's not forget that. And what else? So obviously that's the announcement from Manchester United. Marcus Rashford tweeted. This is his actual second tweet. He tweeted, "Family at Sancho, welcome, brother." Obviously, again confirming that Jadon Sancho is on his way to Manchester. Next year, I'd be. There's no protest. It's going to be nothing as usual. Yeah, I mean, I do think protests will continue. I mean, we've also got this as well. And look, there's the original. There's the original tweet from Rashford. Honestly, this is annoying me. It's not going to show us now, is it? So look, there's the original tweet from Rashford. Obviously, that's gone now. And he replaced it with that one. But can we load it up? There we go. Anyway, that is going to be it from me today. The big news, of course, being Jadon Sancho to Manchester United is it's confirmed, isn't it? It is confirmed. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Jadon Sancho, welcome to Manchester United. And I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.